You see?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good.
Yes, teacher.
So let's start with lesson B, problems and solutions. Can you help me with the lesson objective, Carla?
Yes, teacher. Lesson objective. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to discuss problems and solutions.
Thank you. So let's check this part. How can we give solutions? The vocabulary that we can explain, that we can use to give solutions and also to express problems. Here we have a small blog to a life coach. Have you heard about life coach?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. Can you share with us what is a life coach? In your opinion, in your own words.
They give some advices for your life.
Okay, good. It's a person who gives advice when you have problems in your life. Good. Now here we have a small blog about a life coach that is giving solutions to 4 people. As you can see, here we have some lines. You see?
Yes.
Okay. In this case, guys, we need to pay attention in an audio because we are going to hear the words, the verbs that we can use in each line. So you need totally attention, okay? Ready?
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Okay, so pay attention.
Page 56, Lesson B, Problems and Solutions. 1. Building vocabulary and grammar. A. Read the posts and replies on the website. Complete the expressions with the correct form of do or make. Then listen and check.
Ask the life coach. Do you have a personal problem that you'd rather not discuss with friends or family? Get some confidential advice from our online life coach. Question 1.
Sometimes I think I ought to do some volunteer work in a school or a hospital, but I'm too busy just trying to make a living. I have very little free time, so I think I'd better not add anything to my schedule right now. Am I right?
Don't make excuses. You don't have to spend all your free time doing volunteer work. 3 hours a week is enough. Do some research and find an organization where you feel you can make a difference and do some good for other people.
Question 2.
My boss is a bully. He yells at me if I make a mistake, and he makes fun of me in front of my coworkers. I've tried talking to him, but it doesn't do any good. He won't listen. I guess I'm going to have to do something about this problem. But what?
It doesn't make any sense to ignore this problem, and you'd better do something quickly before it gets worse. Make an appointment with your human resources representative. You might want to take a colleague with you, too.
Question 3.
I'm meeting my girlfriend's parents for the first time next weekend. They've invited me for dinner. I'm going to do my best to make a good impression on them, but I'm really nervous. Any advice?
Make an effort to dress nicely and make sure you take them a small gift, such as flowers or chocolates. Make some nice comments about their home, the food, etc., but don't overdo it. You ought to let them do the talking at first. The most important thing, however, is just to be yourself.
Question 4.
My boss recently offered me a promotion. I've done a lot of thinking about it, but I can't make up my mind if I should take it. Sometimes I think I'd rather stay in my current job. I've got to decide by next week. What should I do?
Make a list of the pros and cons of each job and give each one a score from 1 to 5. 5 equals the best. Then do the math. Add up the points for each list and subtract the con totals from the pro totals. Which job has the highest score? Does that help you make a decision?
I repeat the audio. Pay attention only to confirm your answers.
Page 56. Lesson B. Problems and solutions. 1. Building vocabulary and grammar. A. Read the posts and replies on the website. Complete the expressions with the correct form of do or make. Then listen and check.
Ask the life coach. Do you have a personal problem that you'd rather not discuss with friends or family? Get some confidential advice from our online life coach. Question 1.
Sometimes I think I ought to do some volunteer work in a school or a hospital, but I'm too busy just trying to make a living. I have very little free time, so I think I'd better not add anything to my schedule right now. Am I right?
Don't make excuses. You don't have to spend all your free time doing volunteer work. 3 hours a week is enough. Do some research and find an organization where you feel you can make a difference and do some good for other people.
Question 2.
My boss is a bully. He yells at me if I make a mistake, and he makes fun of me in front of my coworkers. I've tried talking to him, but it doesn't do any good. He won't listen. I guess I'm going to have to do something about this problem. But what?
It doesn't make any sense to ignore this problem, and you'd better do something quickly before it gets worse. Make an appointment with your human resources representative. You might want to take a colleague with you, too.
Question 3.
I'm meeting my girlfriend's parents for the first time next weekend. They've invited me for dinner. I'm going to do my best to make a good impression on them, but I'm really nervous. Any advice?
Make an effort to dress nicely and make sure you take them a small gift, such as flowers or chocolates. Make some nice comments about their home, the food, etc., but don't overdo it. You ought to let them do the talking at first. The most important thing, however, is just to be yourself.
Question 4.
My boss recently offered me a promotion. I've done a lot of thinking about it, but I can't make up my mind if I should take it. Sometimes I think I'd rather stay in my current job. I've got to decide by next week. What should I do?
Make a list of the pros and cons of each job and give each one a score from 1 to 5. 5 equals the best. Then do the math. Add up the points for each list and subtract the con totals from the pro totals. Which job has the highest score? Does that help you make a decision?
Ready?
No, teacher. One more time.
Okay, one more time.
Problems and solutions. 1. Building vocabulary and grammar. A. Read the posts and replies on the website. Complete the expressions with the correct form of do or make. Then listen and check.
Ask the life coach. Do you have a personal problem that you'd rather not discuss with friends or family? Get some confidential advice from our online life coach. Question 1.
Sometimes I think I ought to do some volunteer work in a school or a hospital, but I'm too busy just trying to make a living. I have very little free time, so I think I'd better not add anything to my schedule right now. Am I right?
Don't make excuses. You don't have to spend all your free time doing volunteer work. 3 hours a week is enough. Do some research and find an organization where you feel you can make a difference and do some good for other people.
Question 2.
My boss is a bully. He yells at me if I make a mistake, and he makes fun of me in front of my coworkers. I've tried talking to him, but it doesn't do any good. He won't listen. I guess I'm going to have to do something about this problem. But what?
It doesn't make any sense to ignore this problem, and you'd better do something quickly before it gets worse. Make an appointment with your human resources representative. You might want to take a colleague with you too.
Question 3.
I'm meeting my girlfriend's parents for the first time next weekend. They've invited me for dinner. I'm going to do my best to make a good impression on them, but I'm really nervous. Any advice?
Make an effort to dress nicely and make sure you take them a small gift, such as flowers or chocolates. Make some nice comments about their home, the food, etc., but don't overdo it. You ought to let them do the talking at first. The most important thing, however, is just to be yourself.
Question 4.
My boss recently offered me a promotion. I've done a lot of thinking about it, but I can't make up my mind if I should take it. Sometimes I think I'd rather stay in my current job. I've got to decide by next week. What should I do?
Make a list of the pros and cons of each job and give each one a score from 1 to 5. 5 equals the best. Then do the math. Add up the points for each list and subtract the con totals from the pro totals. Which job has the highest score? Does that help you make a decision?
Ready?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, good. So, please, Nancy, choose a number from 0 to 9.
Choose a number.
Yes.
No, 4.
Okay. Moises, tell me, you are number 4. We have, I ought to do some volunteer work, but I'm too busy just trying to
Make.
make a living. Good job, Moises. Choose a victim.
Nancy.
Nancy. Next one. Don't excuse.
What?
Here, don't, blah, 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 excuses.
I don't know.
Come on, use your intuition.
Making.
Making?
Make, no?
Make. Don't make excuses. Good. Nancy, choose a volunteer. Come on.
A number 10.
10. Okay. Pilar. The next one. Three hours a week is enough. Can you repeat?
Making.
Oh, almost.
Make.
Something similar. A different word, a synonym.
Me, teacher.
Yes.
Is you don't have to spend all your free time doing volunteer work. 3 hours a week is enough. Do some research.
Exactly. Do some research. Okay. Let's continue with Juan. Do some research and find an organization where you feel you can
Make a difference.
make a difference. And the next one, and
And make some good.
Do.
do some good for other people. Okay, good. Juan is shy today. Viviana, I know you want to participate. Question 2. My boss is a bully. He yells at me if I
Make.
Make.
exactly if I make a mistake. And he, Guadalupe,
And he makes fun of men.
uh-huh. But it's make, but pay attention. We are talking in present. And we have he. So what happened with the verb?
Make.
Can you repeat?
Makes.
Makes, and he makes fun of me in front of my coworkers. I've tried talking to him, but it doesn't. Please, Miguel, the next one. But it doesn't.
Me, teacher.
Yes,
Do any good?
exactly. Do any good. He won't listen. I guess I'm going to have to. Please, Pablo.
Make.
Mm,
Do.
I'm going to have to do something about this problem. But what? Carla, the next one. It doesn't
Make.
exactly make sense to ignore this problem. And you'd better do something quickly before it gets worse. The next one, please. Andrew.
Can you repeat?
Yes? And you'd better do something quickly before it gets worse.
Make an appointment.
Exactly. Make an appointment with your human resources representative. The next one, question 3. Alberto, we have. I'm meeting my girlfriend's parents for the first time next weekend. They've invited me for dinner. I'm going to. Or Cynthia, I'm going to.
Do.
I'm going to do my best. Do. Please, Atsin.
Make.
To make a good impression. Excellent. The answer, help me. Help me, Michelle. An effort to dress nicely.
Make.
Make, good. To dress nicely and, please, Liliani. Or can you help me, Karime? And sure, you take them and a small gift.
Make.
Make sure. Exactly. Such as flowers or chocolates. The next one, can you help me, Peter? Some nice comments about their home. For Estela, can you help me?
Yes, teacher. Can you repeat?
Such as flowers or chocolates. Some nice comments about their home.
Is flowers or chocolates make some nice?
Exactly. The next one, but don't overdo it. You ought to let them the talking at first. Can you help me with this one, Esperanza?
Yes, teacher. Do.
And do the talking at first. Let's go with the last one. My boss recently offered me a promotion. Please, Arturo?
I have make a lot of things.
Can
Do
be,
a,
but it's something different.
Is
do a
take.
lot of things.
It's do, but pay attention. Here we have I. You remember the contraction of this part? You check this in course 9.
To do.
When we use this contraction,
What?
Can you repeat, teacher?
yes. When we use the contraction I've.
Present perfect.
For present perfect. So the verb, what is the form of the verb in present perfect?
Done.
Done. I've done a lot of thinking about it. Good, guys. Excellent. But I can't. I can't. Come on, guys. Let's do it together.
Make.
Exactly. But I can't make up my mind. Let's go with the answer. A list of the pros and cons of each job.
Make.
Then the math. Add up the points for each list.
Do the math.
Do.
Excellent. And the last one. Does that help you a decision?
Make a decision.
Make.
Exactly. Good job. So here we were working with two verbs, make and do. Sometimes we can confuse because these two words have the same meaning. But you can use make for all the situations or you can use do for all the situations. In this case, guys, in order to use them correctly, you need to memorize. It's preferable to memorize the phrases that you can use with make and the phrases that you can use with do. So let's do a list. In your beautiful notebook, write make and in the other side, do. And with the expressions that we complete, do your list, okay?
Okay, teacher.
You have 5 minutes and then we share the list.
Teacher,
Yes,
es de los ejemplos que acabamos de hacer.
exactly. Yes, Estela, what happened?
No, teacher, ya.
Ready?
No, teacher.
Okay. 2 more minutes. Okay, so let's check here. We have, well, I wrote here, had, do, and make. Let's share the list that you have for do.
The first word is some volunteer work.
Okay, do some volunteer work.
Some research.
Some research. Okay.
Some good.
I hear a voice.
Some good.
Yes. Some good.
Any good.
Any good.
Something.
Something. Yes, excellent.
A mistake.
Can you repeat?
A mistake.
A mistake. I think it's make.
Yes, a mistake is made.
Come on, tell me more combinations with do.
My best.
My best, exactly.
The talking.
The talking,
The math.
The math.
Done a lot of the things.
Exactly. A lot of thinking. Excellent. Now let's go with make.
A living.
Make a living.
Exhausting.
Repeat.
Excuses.
Excuses. Yes.
A difference.
Yes. Come on, guys. I want to hear you the rest of you.
A mistake.
Fun of.
Any sign.
An appointment.
An appointment.
A good
A
impression.
suggestion.
Make a good impression at what else?
A suggestion. Some nice.
Make some nice.
An effort.
An effort.
Sure you.
Make sure.
Open my mind.
Up your mind.
A decision.
A decision.
A list.
A list.
We have more, that's all.
It's all.
Okay.
That's all.
Good, guys. So this is the list. In this case, as I said before, in this case is more memorizing because it's kind of difficult to identify in what cases you can use do or in what cases you can use make. So in this case, guys, I recommend you memorize. That's my recommendation for you in this case. So we have questions in this part. We are okay?
Okay, teacher.
No, teacher, is clear.
So you have your list in your notebook, so you can practice. Now excuses done, make excuses. Okay, so tell me, let's continue. We have questions in this small text with vocabulary or pronunciation.
No, teacher.
Okay. In the case of the rest of you guys, we have questions.
No, teacher.
Okay, excellent. So also, guys, we do and make with the phrases that we check here. You can express problems and solutions according, obviously, of your context. So keep this in consideration because in a moment we are going to do an activity and you need to use this part, okay? Now, let's continue with the next part of the topic. What's advisable, necessary, and preferable? When you want to give an advice, a comment, a suggestion of a topic, you can use some expressions to express them, obviously in different situations. Let's start with advisable. Can you help me to read the words that we can use, Moises, with advisable?
Can you repeat, please?
Yes, can you help me to read the words that we can use for advisable?
Okay. Had better, ought to, might want to.
Thank you. So guys, we can use,
No, nada.
okay. So we can use these expressions, these words, to help you to express advice. We have better, ought to, might want to. In this case, guys, each word is for different levels. But first, let's read examples. Can you help me to read them, Michelle? The examples?
Yes, teacher. Of advisable,
Yes.
you'd better do something quickly. I ought to do some volunteer work. You might want to take a college with you.
Thank you. So, let's start. We can use them in different levels. Let's start with might want to. You remember, guys, when we use might?
Cuando va a pasar algo, pero que es muy poco probable, teacher.
Exactly, when the probability is too low. In this case, it's similar. When you use might want to, you express an option. For example, you might want to study for your exam for next week. It's an option. It's not obligatory for you to do it. It depends on you. So when you use might want to, it's optional. You can do it, you can ignore, it depends. Questions here?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
No, teacher. Now, let's go with the next one. Ought to. In this case, guys, we use when it's an order. An order. In this case, it's more obligatory, a little bit more that you have to do it. You can ignore, but it's very low that you have the option to ignore. So you probably have to do it because it's an order. I ought to do some volunteer work. It's an order. It's a little bit serious. Other example. Margarita ought to clean the house. Because imagine the house, it's a mess. Dirty dishes in the kitchen, clothes on the floor. The house is a mess. So Margarita ought to clean her house. It's an order, not literal an order that you have to do this. It's an order, but less direct. It's an order, but not directly, not exactly an order. It's an order, but less direct, more discreet. Yes? Yes, no, maybe, no, teacher, repeat.
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Yes, I repeat.
Yes.
Okay. Ought to. You use them when you want to express a strong suggestion. A strong suggestion that you need to do it. You have to do it. because it's important, because if you don't do this, you are going to have consequences, good or bad consequences. So you have to do it. It's not an order too direct. No es una orden tan directa como, por ejemplo, la orden que te da un jefe de haz esto, Gutiérrez, haces todo este papeleo para las 5 de la tarde. Es una orden en este caso. Pero cuando quieres usar O2, es una orden pero más discreta, como que una orden que le das a tu amigo de, oye, ¿qué te pasa? Limpia tu casa. Ajá. Es una orden pero como que más discreta, menos directa. Yes?
Yes, teacher. For example,
Yes.
I ought to do the residence professional in the next semester.
Exactly. Because if you don't do it, you are going to have consequences, good or bad. It depends. It's a little bit more clear, or you want a different example?
It's clear, teacher.
Okay, it's clear, Moises. Andrew, Arturo,
Yes, teacher.
Maura, is clear?
It's clear, teacher.
Okay. Now, we have better. In this case, guys, we can use had better or we can use the contraction. It's optional. You can use the word you want. In this case, guys, you use had better with is urgent. Urgent to do something. Example, we have you'd better do something quickly. It's urgent that you need to do something and quickly. For example, you are in the college and you are with your best friend. And your best friend has a crush. But you see that a person is talking with the crush with your friend. So you go with your friend and you say, Paquito, you had better do something quickly because the other person is talking with your crush. So if you don't do anything, you will lose your crush. It's urgent to do something. We see the difference, or we have a different example?
You have a different example, teacher, please?
Okay. Let's imagine I have a friend. Her name is Patty. My friend Patty is alcoholic. An example, he drinks a lot and she has problems due the alcohol. My friend is having a lot of problems, but is having a bad situations. So I give this advice to Patty. Patty, you had better quit drinking alcohol. You had better stop drinking alcohol. It's urgent. She needs, in this moment, an example, to stop drinking alcohol. No more, because you will have bad consequences. So when I use had better, is because it's urgent to do something. It's urgent to do the action. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
The rest of you guys got it? You have a question?
No,
Do you
teacher.
have questions?
No questions.
No, teacher.
No? Everything okay?
Yes, teacher, it's okay.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Can you give me an example? With the word that you want. Had better, ought to, might want to. Come on. An example. You can use the word you want.
I'm going to have to do study for exam.
Yes, good, excellent. Other example, guys?
You'd better do your homework.
Yes. Come on, another example. You can do it.
You had you had better to stop. You had better stop the house at 1 a.m.
Yes, exactly. Good. So, please, in the chat, write one example. A different example that you expressed one moment ago, obviously. In the chat, please. I want to see your examples. Good example, let's see. I had better wash the dishes. Okay, yes. Especially when your mom told you this 2 hours ago. Good, Esperanza. Yes. Okay, Michelle. Good. Good, Estela. Yes. Excellent, Karime. Perfect. Okay, voices can be, but use this sentence and use had better or ought to or might want to. Only this, okay?
Okay.
Good, Arturo. Excellent, Juan. Good, Alberto. Only don't forget, is I have better. Good, Guadalupe. Yes. Good, Brenda. Perfect. Yes. Excellent, Peter. Okay, Carla, is good. It's good example, but only don't forget, you can use had better, ought to, or might want to. Good, Viviana. Excellent, Pilar. Perfect. So we have questions with advisable, questions with advisable.
No, teacher.
Okay, so let's continue with necessary. Well, tell me guys, what do you think with this word, necessary? What do you understand with this word?
De que se tiene que hacer sí o sí.
For example,
De que no hay otra opción, Miss.
okay, we have no option. Okay, the rest of you guys, what do you think with this word, necessary?
Is the action that is to do me, de vida o muerte, o sea, se tiene que hacer, pero no es como que sea la de ya, ¿no?
Okay, good. One more opinion, guys. What do you understand with necessary?
It's like obligation.
Okay, can be an obligation. Okay. Okay. Good, guys. In this case, guys, when you have to express that something is necessary, we use have to. Have to. Can you help me to read the examples, Pilar?
Yes, teacher. I'm going to have to do something about it. All the examples or
All the
only
examples.
okay. I
got to decide next week. You don't have to spend time on this.
Thank you. So, in this case, guys, when you want to express that is something necessary, we just have to. We can use them in different tenses. For example, the sentence number 1. In what tense is this sentence? Is in present, in past, future.
In future?
Future what? Will, present continue.
Going to.
Be going to, exactly. You can use in be going to. Excellent. In the sentence number 2, I've got to decide next week. In what tense is this sentence? Come on, you can do it. We checked this part 1 moment ago. I've.
Present continuous?
Is present but not continuous.
Present perfect.
Present perfect, exactly. But teacher, here where is have to? Okay. Have to is here. In the contraction have, and we have to got. In this case, obviously, in present perfect, we need a verb. I've got to decide next week. And the sentence number 3, in what tense we have this sentence?
In negative?
Negative what? Negative past, negative present.
Negative present.
Negative in simple present. Excellent. So in this case, guys, you have the freedom, the liberty to use have to in the tense you want. Example, I will have to clean my room tomorrow. It's necessary. I'm using will. Other example, I have to learn how to drive a car. In what tense is my example, guys? I have to learn how to drive. I have to learn. I have to learn. Tell me, in what tense is my example? I have to learn.
Is in simple present.
I repeat, I have. I have.
Present perfect.
I had.
In past?
In past, exactly. I had to learn how to drive a car. So you can express in the tense you want past, present, future, present continuous, past perfect, future. So we have questions with necessary. We have any question? Tell me.
No, teacher, no question.
Okay. Questions, Nancy, Guadalupe, Peter, Rodrigo, Michelle, Juan?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Now, let's go with the last one. Preferable. In this case, guys, with preferable, you express your preferences. Here we have the example. Can you help me to read it, Viviana?
Yes, teacher. Preferably. It rather not stay in my current job.
Thank you so much. In this case, guys, when we want to express preferences, we use this, would rather. Rather is a synonym of prefer. And remember, would, we can use the contraction like this. I, you'd, she'd, he'd. We check the contractions. You remember? Okay, we check the contractions of this part. So, can we express the preferences in positive or in negative? Here we have the example. I'd rather stay in my current job. This is my preference in positive. I want to be in my job. I don't want to change. Or I'd rather not stay in my current job. Here I'm expressing that I want to look for a new job. I want to leave my actual job. So this is the only word that we can use to express preferences. Questions? We have any question, guys? Or you want a different example?
Different example.
Different example, teacher. We have this situation. Okay, in this case, Viviana is going to be my example. Viviana Viviana would rather live in Paris. I'm talking of the preference of Viviana. Viviana would rather to live in Paris. Or Viviana would rather not live in Paris. I'm talking that she doesn't want to live in Paris. She prefers other places. Other example, Peter would rather play video games all day. I'm talking of the preference of Peter. Or Peter would rather not play video games all day. He doesn't like video games. He prefers to different activities. Yes?
Yes, teacher.
Let's go with the last example. All of you guys. Example, my students would rather sleep now. I'm talking about your preference. You want to sleep, you want to be in your bed. Or my students would rather not sleep in their beds. They don't want to be on bed. All of you want to do something different. Yes?
Okay, teacher.
Yes. Is, for example, is to have the option of something you want?
Exactly. You're talking about your preferences.
Okay, teacher. It's clear.
So we have questions with advisable, necessary, or preferable. Clear? No questions, no pucheros, no traumas?
Check. Teacher?
Yes?
The contraction D is from the past perfect.
In preferable?
Yes.
No. This contraction, guys, is for would.
Okay.
Give me a moment. Come on, church. Oh my goodness. Okay, here. For example, here. If you don't want to write the contraction, you can use I would. But if you want to use the contraction, you can say I. Here. I would. I.
Yes, teacher. Thank you.
Okay. So, we have more questions?
Teacher.
Yes.
Cuando va a forma negativa, el not va después del rather siempre.
Yes.
Okay.
Teacher, in the sentence, it's in present? Only present?
In what part? Preferable?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, because in this case with would, it's kind of difficult to talk in present about in past with your preferences. It's more common when you want to talk about preferences, use present.
Okay, teacher.
More questions?
No, teacher.
Okay, the rest of you, questions?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay, so practice. Let's practice. Can you help me to read the instructions, please, Mauro? Complete. Oh, I think Mauro is not here. Can you help me with the instructions, please, Atsin?
Yes, teacher. Complete the conversation with problems and solutions and compare with a partner. Did you have any of the same ideas?
Thank you. Here we have 5 conversations. As you can see, we have lines. In these lines, guys, you need to complete with the verbs, with the words that you want. You are free to choose the words. But pay attention, you need to create a problem and you need to create a solution. The conversations of letter A are the problems, and the conversations of letter B are the solutions. So you need to think in a problem and a solution, okay?
Okay.
So for this part, guys, you have 10 minutes, 10 minutes, and then we share. Don't forget to send your evidence in the WhatsApp group. Finish?
No, teacher.
No,
Two more
teacher.
minutes. 2 more minutes.
Teacher, disculpe, ¿podría hacer la lámina un poquito más grande? Por favor. Gracias.
Finish?
No, teacher.
My goodness. The rest of you guys?
Teacher.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
2 more minutes, guys, and we need to check, okay?
Almost.
Teacher, ¿podría poner la presentación? Nada más me falta una oración. Por favor.
Give me a moment.
Sí.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. So let's check. In sentence number 1, can you share your answer, please? Pablo?
Yes, teacher. We have a test tomorrow, so I go to study tonight. Would I rather sleep?
Yes, continue with letter B.
I think you'd better study because exam difficult.
Okay, good, excellent. For number two, can you share your answer, Armando? Or Brenda, can you share your answer, please? Number two. Or a volunteer for number two?
Me, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, number two, I don't know what to do. I received an offer for a job. It looks really interesting, but it doesn't pay very well. I'm going to have to open my mind if I want to stay with this job. That's a hard decision to make. You may want to get this job.
Okay, thank you. Volunteer for number three?
Me, teacher.
Okay, let's first with Blanca and then with you, Guadalupe, okay?
Yes, I need more exercise. I ought to make an effort to get better every day, but I take so much time. Well, you don't have you don't have to time for trying more, but you ought to try.
Okay, good. Guadalupe, number four?
Yes, teacher. I have a friend who makes fun of me all the time, but I'd rather not talking with my friend. That's not good. I think you're going to have to do a conversation about that.
Okay, good. Please, Rodrigo, the last one.
Ah, me falta ese, teacher. Preferiría ayudarle con otro.
Okay, don't worry. Can you help me with the last one, please? Let's see. Alberto, you have problems with your microphone, right? Carla, with the last one, please.
No la tengo, teacher.
Oh my God. Who has number five? 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 My God.
Me, teacher.
Okay.
Okay. My sister has sent April to college. She's got to April if she wants to study in the college. Letter B. She'd better decide soon because the schools are fully. Um, she's got to study.
Okay, good. Excellent. In this case, guys, we don't have a specific answer. It's personal because each of you wrote different problems, different solutions, so we don't have an exactly answer. You did an excellent job, guys. Now it's time for a break. We have 20 minutes, okay?
Okay, teacher. See you.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
So I'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay, guys, ready to continue?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher.
Okay, excellent. Before to continue, let's check assistants. Please say present or here. Alberto. Pablo. Okay. Samantha.
Here, teacher.
Esperanza.
Here, teacher.
Brenda. Viviana.
Here, teacher.
Juan.
Here.
Paola.
Here, teacher.
Bueno. Pedro.
Here, teacher.
Nancy.
Here, teacher.
Estela.
Here, teacher.
Cintia.
Here, teacher.
Hatsumi.
Here, teacher.
Armando. Moisés.
Here, teacher.
Liliani.
Here, teacher.
Guadalupe.
Here, teacher.
Karime.
Here.
Carla.
Here, teacher.
Pilar.
Here, teacher.
Oscar.
Here, teacher.
Miguel. José Reyes.
Here, teacher.
Andrés. Guillermo. Anaí.
Teacher. Teacher, teacher.
Ajá. ¿Sí?
Aquí estoy, es que no quería prenderse el micrófono.
Ok. Thank you. Anaí?
Teacher,
Yes?
I had problem with my internet. I didn't hear my name.
Brenda. Ok.
Yes.
Anaí? Michelle?
Here, teacher.
Josh? Arturo?
Here, teacher. Here, teacher.
Rodrigo?
Here, teacher.
Osvaldo? Maura?
Here, teacher.
Ok. ¿Alguien faltó de oír su nombre?
Yo, teacher. Bueno,
yo acabo de entrar, teacher.
Un poco tarde.
A ver. ¿Quién falta? Una, por favor. ¿Quién falta de oír su nombre?
Y Guillermo, teacher.
Okay, Guillermo. Ok. Ajá, ¿quién más falta? Necesitamos una cosita. Okay. So let's continue with the next lesson, lesson C. Please tell me when you see my screen. Do you see my screen?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay, so let's continue with lesson C. I've got to get going. Can you help me with the lesson objective, Karime?
By the end of the lesson, students will be able to use different expressions in phone conversation.
Thank you. Okay, in course 8, you remember we checked some phrases that we can use in phone conversations. You remember?
More or less.
More or less. What phrases you remember?
Hold
Call me
on.
later.
Where were we saying?
Excellent. Yes, we check these phrases. Remember, you are breaking off, breaking up. Can I talk? Could I call fulanito? Or I think I got the wrong number. Let's continue with this part. Phrases that you can use in phone conversations. But tell me, guys, when was the last time you were running late? When was the last time you were running late?
Yesterday.
What happened?
Because I went to school.
Okay, you were running late to school. And did you arrive on time or you were late? Tell me, you were on time?
Repeat.
You were on time? Did you arrive on time at school?
One time.
Okay. The rest of you guys, when was the last time you were running late?
The last week
What happened?
because the traffic. I hate the traffic.
Oh,
To go
yes.
to my social service, I arrived at 9 a.m., but the traffic was horrible, and I arrived at 9:30 a.m.
Oh my God. Terrible. The rest of you guys, come on, don't be shy.
The school because the transport do not pass quickly.
Okay, good. Oh my goodness. Here we have a phone conversation between Ramon and Link. I need 2 volunteers to help me to read it.
Hey, teacher. Ramon?
Yes, you are Ramon?
Yes.
Me, teacher.
Okay, and you're Link. Please, guys, you can start.
Hi, Link. It's Ramon. Is this a good time to talk?
Not really. I'm late. Uh, Not really. I'm late for a sir. I'm going to have to run.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to ask about this weekend.
Well, can you back tonight? I got to get going.
Okay, I will be home after 8 o'clock. I am go to the gym after work.
Good. I can you later. I bet God no.
Yeah, so think about what you want to do on Saturday.
Yay. We listen, Ramon. I read good to go. I'm really late.
All right, I will let you go. By the way, what's your seminar about?
Being assertive by now.
Oh, okay. Talk to you later.
Okay, thank you. So, guys, we have questions with pronunciation or vocabulary.
Yes, teacher. Assertive. Assertive.
Assertive.
Assertive. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
It's seminar.
Yes, seminar.
Okay.
Okay. More questions?
No, miss.
Okay, so let's continue. Notice, can you help me to read them, please, Paula?
Yes, teacher. Notice how line trace to end the upon conversation with expression like this. Find examples in the conversation.
Can you help me to read the expressions, please? Mauro? Or can you help me, Cynthia, to read expressions?
Yes, teacher. I better go. I have got to get going. I'm going to have to run. Can I call you back? I yes, I'll call you later. I have really got to go.
Thank you. Okay, guys, so when we want to finish a phone conversation because you are running late or you have something to do and you want to finish the conversation, you have these options. And also, well, you can use these expressions in informal conversation. For example, when you're talking with your friend, with your family, for more informal. So let's check the pronunciation. Repeat after me, please. I'd better go.
I'd better go.
I better go.
I better
I
go.
better go.
Excellent. Perfect. I've got to get going.
I've
I
got
got
I
to
got
get
to
Got
going.
to the
get
keep
going.
going.
Get going.
Yes, excellent. I'm going to have to run.
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
I'm
I'm
to
have
going
going
to
to
have
to
to
have
run.
to
run.
run.
Have to run.
Yes, good. Can I call you back?
Can
Can
I
I
call you back?
Can I
Can I
call
Can
you
I
can I
back?
call
call
you back?
call you back.
Perfect. I'll call you later.
I call
I
you.
call
I
you
will call
later.
you later.
And I've really got to go.
I've really got.
I
I've really got to
I
go.
really got
will
to go.
go to go.
Good. Okay, so tell me guys, in what case we can use these phrases?
Can I call you back?
When we can use them?
In an example, the howling tries to end the phone. Maybe can I call you back or I'll call you later.
Exactly. For example, let's imagine I am talking with Esperanza, and Esperanza is talking and talking and talking and talking. And tell me guys, what phrase can I use to finish the conversation with her?
I have really got to go.
Okay, yes. Also, other example. Pilar, you are talking with your mom, and your mom is talking and talking and talking, and you want to go with your friends. How can you finish the conversation?
I call you later.
Excellent. Good. Juan, are you here? Can you hear me? Can you talk?
Yes.
Okay. You are talking with your cousin, and you are talking, and your cousin want to finish. What phrase can your cousin use?
Can I call you back?
Excellent. Perfect. So, we have questions here.
Not teacher.
Okay, very easy, right? Okay. So, here we have with the next part. Can you help me to read them, please, Samantha? Or can you help me, Arturo? Please, in friendly.
Yes, miss. In friendly or informal phone conversations, you can use short expressions like this to say goodbye. The words in parentheses are usually dropped. I'll talk to you later. I will catch you later. I will see you later. I have got to go or I have got to go. I would better go. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you. Okay, now we check how can we finish. It's not the same to say goodbye. It's different. Now let's see how can we say goodbye for friendly or informal conversations. We have these phrases. Talk to you later. Catch you later. See you later. I gotta go. Gotta go. I better go. Or nice talking to you. In this case, guys, the words that we have in the parentheses, I've, it was, it's optional. You can use them or not. There is no problem if you use these words or not. No problem in this part. So, let's back to the example. I'm talking with Carla, and I want to say goodbye. And I say, well, Carla, it was nice talking to you. I'm saying bye in a friendly way. Or Paola is talking with me and Paola wants to say goodbye. Okay? And say, got to go, teacher. She said goodbye. But now pay attention here. You can use combinations. You can combine these phrases with these phrases to make more complete your goodbye. To make more complete the end of the conversation. Example, I'll call you later. Got to go. I'm combining this phrase, I'll call you later, with the say goodbye, got to go. You can combine. Other example, I'd better go. See you later. I'm combining. You can do the combinations you want. No problem. We have questions here.
No, teacher.
No, teacher. I was here.
Okay. Can you give me an example of a combination?
Yes, teacher. I really got to go. Catch you later.
Exactly. Perfect. Other example?
For example, in this moment, I have more job. Talk for later.
Okay, can be, yes. Other example, guys? Come on, you can do it. Other example. Come on, don't be shy. Other example.
Other example, it was nice talking to you. I'll call you later.
Exactly. Yes, perfect. Perfect. So, as I said, with these combinations, you can do more complete your end of the phone conversation. We have questions in this part.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay. Here we have some topics. Can you help me to read this part, Nancy?
Yes, teacher. Plans for the weekend? How your week is going? Something you're looking forward to? Something you want to borrow? Some existing news? Something you're busy with?
Okay. Exciting news. Okay. So, with these topics, guys, you need to create a phone conversation. You can choose the topic you want, only one, and at the end of your phone conversation, you need to practice the part that we checked 1 moment ago. Yes? I repeat, you need to choose one topic, and in Teams, you need to create a phone conversation using at the end of your phone conversation the phrases, the combinations that we checked one moment ago. Questions?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
So the teams are
Teacher,
going to... Yes?
es que le iba a decir que si le podía regresar para tomarle foto a lo de, al otro, ahí. Eso, sí. Ya.
So the teams are going to be of 3 people. You can choose your partners, and you need to create your phone conversation, and then you present here, okay? Yes?
Okay, teacher.
Okay. So you have 15 minutes to do this, and don't forget to send your evidence in the WhatsApp group.
Teacher,
Yes?
tengo duda. Por ejemplo, de esta actividad, ¿vamos a utilizar todos los puntos?
No, only one.
Ok.
Ready? Ready? Ready or you need more time?
More
We
time,
need more
teacher.
time, teacher, please.
Okay, 5 minutes. Finish?
No, teacher.
Miss, ¿nos podrá dar
Yes?
unos minutos más?
I finished, teacher.
Una hora más,
Two minutes is okay, guys? We need to check. Yes? Okay, let's check. Who wants to present the phone conversation?
Ahorita le dicen que me acepte, ¿no? Not yet, miss. 20 minutes. 2 minutes, please.
Two minutes, guys. The last 2 minutes. Yeah, we already need to check. Okay, who wants to present?
Send the conversation on the compartir in class or read the conversation.
Read the conversation.
Okay, meet teacher.
Yes.
Okay. Hi Dan, what are you doing? Hi, I'm little busy. I'm calling to tell you something very quickly. Okay, tell me. My friend Jessica has a house in Venice and her parents are going away for the weekend and we want to gather everyone together. Do you have the numbers of the others? Yeah, but in this moment it's complicated to send anything. Give me a time. Yeah, when you can do it, it's fine. In other notice, remember your ex girlfriend Felicity? I met her 3 days ago, and we talked about you. Can I you back? I'm really busy. I'm late my work, and the car is filed. Oh, I'm really sorry. I was nice talking to you. I talk to you later, and that's it.
Okay, excellent. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Who wants to present?
Me, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, what's up? I'm okay. And you? I'm fine. What's your plans for this weekend? Well, I'm going to try to relax on weekend. My week was so horrible. I had a lot of work and a very little free time. How about you? I'm going to go to work, and maybe after work, I'll throw a party. Will you go to the party? Oh, yes. That's a perfect to forget my work. I'll go to the party. Oh, it was nice to talk to you. I'm going to go out. I'll call you later. And it's all.
Okay, good. Excellent. Good job. Come on. One more volunteer.
Me, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Pancho. How are you? What are you going to do tonight? Hello, Pedro. I'm fine, thank you. I don't know why. Oh, we could go to the club. Do you agree? Okay, I agree, but I'm working right now. I'd better go. I'll call you later. It's okay, bye.
Okay, good. Yes. A volunteer. Come on. One more. The last volunteer.
Nosotros, teacher, nosotros.
Okay.
Deje nada más que conecte Guillermo.
Yes.
Hi, Arturo. How it's going?
Hi, Guillermo. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Do you have any plans for the weekend?
No, I don't plan yet.
Perfect. I'm looking for 2 persons to go to and heal hangover. What do you think?
Sounds great, but I'm kind of busy. Can I call you back in 1 hour and I tell you if I can?
Okay, let me talk with Estela to see if she wants.
See you later.
Hello.
Hi, Stella. It's Guillermo.
Oh, hi. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. What are you doing?
Um, I'm doing some things. What do you mean?
I talked with Arturo and told him if we go for some drinks later.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cannot. Mm, I am. Ah, I'm sorry. I cannot. I'm really busy. I've got to get going. But have a good time. I promise you next time I go.
Okay, see you later. Thank you for your time. Y eso es todo, teacher.
Okay, good. Perfect. Excellent. Don't forget the rest of you send your evidence of your work in the WhatsApp group. We have questions in this part.
No,
No,
teacher.
teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay. So let's continue with the last lesson, last but not least. Lesson D. Less is more. Can you help me with the lesson objective, please? Peter?
Yes, teacher. Lesson D. Less is more. Lesson objective. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to write advice about time management.
Okay, thank you. So tell me, guys, do you consider that you manage your time properly? Do you consider you manage your time properly?
Not really, teacher.
Why?
Uh, how do you say me distraigo?
I get distracted?
I get distracted so easy.
Okay, okay. Huh? It's the same for me. I get distracted so easily. So for me, it's also difficult to manage my time. Is the rest of you guys?
Sometimes I spend time in cell phone.
Okay, so also it's difficult because of the cell phone to manage your time, right? Okay, good. The rest of you, I want to hear your opinions. Okay, so now tell me, guys, are you multitask? Multitask is you can do a lot of activities at the same time.
Yes. In different case, I do the homework. I see the movie. See the everywhere movie, and um, mm, listen music or study or other material and these cases.
Okay, interesting, good. The rest of you, are you multitask?
In my case, also, just when I am under pressure, I can do a lot of things.
Yes, yes, I shared this. Okay, here, guys, we have some words. Can you help me to read them, please, Esperanza? Or Guadalupe, can you help me to read the words?
Yes, teacher. Is done something to food, moving forward on, have your attention interrupted be, annoying you a lot, decide on time to finish something that's hard to achieve, and make decisions.
Thank you. So guys, you need to pay attention in this part because we are going to read a small text and you need to find the synonyms of these words. You need to find the synonyms of these words. So pay attention. Here we have this one, the art and science of doing less and achieving more. To do two things at once is to do neither. We have this phrase of Publius Sirius, a Roman philosopher, and we have this small article. We have multitasking and effective solution. I help you to read this text, guys, and you need to find the synonyms, okay?
Okay.
So pay attention. Multitasking, an effective solution. With the introduction of various technologies into our everyday lives, multitasking has become a normal feature of our busy days. Doing more tasks ought to mean that we get more done. But does it really? Take this example from a typical day at my job. Last week, during a meeting, I decided to send a quick email to a client. A minute later, I had to send another email with the attachment I had forgotten. In my third email to him, I had to apologize for sending the wrong attachment. When I eventually focused on the meeting, I realized someone was asking me a question, but because I wasn't paying attention, I couldn't answer it and I had to ask him to repeat it. Embarrassing. Sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. Research shows that when we multitask, we are actually playing a trick on ourselves. We think we are doing more, but actually we're not. In fact, multitasking can lead to a 40% drop in productivity. Researchers say that we don't really multitask at all. We switch tasks. And when we switch from one thing to other, we're simply interrupting ourselves to do something else. An alternative approach. I did some thinking about all of this and decided to do some research for myself. For 1 week, I would make an effort not multitask. During that week, I discovered two surprising things. First, I made great progress on challenging projects. I stayed with each project when it got hard, and it really made a difference. Now, I no longer avoid tough assignments. I don't get distracted by other things, and I finish one job before I go on to another, even if the job is driving me crazy. Second, my stress levels drop dramatically. Research shows that multitasking isn't just inefficient, it's stressful. And I found that was true. It was actually a relief to finish one thing before going on to the next. So, how can we change our multitasking ways? A cure for multitaskers. First, get rid of interruptions. I know now that when I'm working, I should resist the temptation to check email and make sure my phone is turned off. Second, set yourself a tight deadline. If you think you have to give a presentation in 30 minutes, you might not want to answer that interrupted phone call. Single tasking to meet a tight deadline will also reduce your stress levels as long as you meet it, of course. My experiment convinces me that I don't have to accept multitasking as a way of life. If you make up your mind to avoid distractions and concentrate one job at a time, you really can achieve more. So, do you get the synonyms? Do you have an idea of the synonyms? Tell me, or you need some minutes to try to find them?
Yes, teacher. One second.
Okay, you have 3 minutes, guys, and then we need to check. 3 minutes. Ready? Okay, so tell me, guys, what is the synonym of done something to full?
Switch stock.
Can be. Mhm. Do you guys have other ideas synonym? No ideas? Okay, let's go with the next one.
Yes,
Moving forward. Yes?
we think we are doing more.
Can be. It's something different. Let's check the second one. Moving forward on. Moving forward on. Ideas?
Switch from one thing to another.
Can be. Okay. Let's go with the next one. Have your attention interrupted by. Have your attention interrupted by. Okay, let's go with the next one. Annoy you a lot. Annoy you a lot. Okay, guys, don't worry. You have this activity for homework. The next Saturday we check. Let's continue. Tell me, guys, what do you think about this text? Tell me your opinion. Are you agree? Do you have a different opinion? Tell me.
In my opinion, have multitask tasks mm, produces stress. Is true.
Okay, for you, multitask produce stress. Okay, you agree with this part. The rest of you guys, tell me your opinion.
I think a person, a multitasker, don't have 100% in things to do.
Yes, that's totally true. Okay, one more opinion.
In occasions, is a distractor.
Distractor of what?
Because in realized different activities.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we have questions with pronunciation or vocabulary.
No, teacher.
Okay. The rest of you, we have questions?
No, teacher.
Teacher.
Okay. Now, let's see, guys. How can we link in ideas? Tell me, guys, for you, what is linking ideas? For you, what is linking ideas?
Is long as
Tell me. Linking ideas.
Is the phrase or complement the text or conversation?
Okay, yes, exactly. Linking ideas, remember guys, is when you unit your idea number 1 with your idea number 2. You have two separate ideas, and when you link, you take these two ideas and make them one. We have different words to link ideas. In this case, let's check 3 words. As long as, provided that, and unless. You can use these words to unite 2 ideas. Let's start with this one. As long as and provided that. These 2 words, we can say that they are synonyms. You can use them for the same situation. Both have the same meaning. That in this case is if or only if. Example, as long as Fulanito does his homework, he is going to get a good score. Provided that my neighbor clean the garden, we are going to have a clean neighborhood. You can use these 2 words like synonyms. We have questions here?
No, teacher.
No, teacher.
Okay. Now let's go with unless. Unless is when you want to say an exception. Example, my son is going to eat chocolate unless he does his homework. I give him a condition for my son. If he doesn't do the homework, he is not going to eat chocolate. So unless is for exceptions, for conditions. Questions?
No, teacher.
Okay, so let's see in a text how can we use them. Can you help me to read it, please? Karime? Please read the text that we have.
I'm trying to be more organized, so I decided to record my lectures, but I never have time to watch them. Any ideas? Unless you find time to watch the recordings, there is really no point in having them. So make time to review them, provide that they are worth watching again. Of course, most people waste time when they are traveling to and from work or school. So use the time to watch your classes on your laptop, as long as you're not driving, of course.
Okay, thank you. So tell me guys, in what sentences we use the words for linking ideas?
Yes.
Okay, can you repeat?
Unless.
Exactly. Unless you find time to watch the recordings, there is really no point on having them. Very good. Other one?
And provide that they are worth watching again, of course.
Yes.
As long as you're not driving, of course.
Perfect. So pay attention here, guys. You can use these words at the beginning of your sentence or in the middle. Remember, we checked this part in verse 8. When you use your word at the beginning, you separate your two ideas with a comma. We have the example of unless. Unless you find the time to watch the recordings, comma, there is no point in having them. You are separating your two ideas because you are using unless at the beginning. Also, when you use these words in the middle of your sentence, you don't need to use the comma. It's not necessary. You remember this part?
Yes, teacher.
Can you repeat, teacher, please?
Yes. When you use the words at the beginning, for example, unless, as long as, or provided that, you need to separate your idea number one with a comma. A comma when you use these words at the beginning. But when you use them in the middle of your two ideas, you don't need to use a comma.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, so now guys, you need to write something similar to this that we have on the screen. You need to use unless, as long as, and provided that. You can use them at the beginning or in the middle. It's optional. The topic of this text, guys, is how do you manage your time? How do you manage your time? This is the topic. You know, don't forget to send them in the WhatsApp group, okay?
Okay, teacher.
You can write something short, maybe 5 lines, and not too long. You have 5 minutes. Ready, guys?
No, teacher.
Okay, don't worry. Do this for homework and also the activity of let's find the synonyms and send in the WhatsApp group. Okay, and with this part, guys, we finish the topics of the course. So that means that the next Saturday we have the last quiz and the project presentations. So study and do the last details in your project to be ready Saturday. Okay?
Okay.
Remember that for the project presentations, we need cameras open. So if you have problems with your camera, you have this week to fix these problems, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and also if you want me to help you to present the project, please tell me a message with time so I can receive your project, and in Saturday I can present with no problems, okay?
Okay.
So that's all for today. Thank you so much for coming. Have a nice weekend, and I see you the next Saturday.
See you, teacher. Thank you.
See you,
Yes,
teacher.
teacher. Okay. Thank you.
Teacher.
See you.
See you, teacher.
Bye, teacher. Thank you.
Bye.